How are you guys this morning? That's nice. I'm good too. Today I want to talk about a time when I was really scared. Have any of you guys been really scared before? Raise your hand. Yeah, so this was a time, it was just a normal day. Me and my friend were at Six Flags.
Sorry.
Well, we had done 3 times before that day, but we wanted to get it in one last time before we had to leave. So we were just waiting in line, having a good time, when we heard over the loudspeaker, and they were saying that there was a delay. And I was just thinking about it, and I tried to push it out of my head, but I was like, what if it happens? What if it happens while we're on the ride? But I just pushed it out of my head, like, that's not going to happen. But the ride started moving again, and it was finally our turn to get on the ride. So I looked at my friend, and I was like, I'm so excited, this is going to be so fun. And she was like, me too. But in my head, I was really hoping that we didn't get stuck on the ride. So we sat on the ride, and so this is a ride where you have the shoulder thing come over you, and then it's holding onto your ankles. So we'll have a picture up here showing what it's like. So we were near the front, probably like the second or third row, and when it takes off, it goes out of like the building, and then it comes up a hill until it's maybe 30 or 40 feet in the air, and then it drops and then goes into a loop-de-loop. So the ride started going, it lifted up, so we were like this, like Superman. So imagine that you are maybe that high, and then you're situated like that. So I was scared, even though I'd done it 3 times before. And it started going up the hill. We were almost to the top when it stopped. And I was like, oh no. And I looked at my friend, and she was like, oh no. And everybody was completely silent, like how it is right now, for about 3 seconds. And then everybody started talking, and everybody was like, oh no. And everybody was just thinking, like, I hope we're going to make it out of this okay. And this was probably one of the times where I was the most scared that I've ever been in my entire life. Because imagine, like I said, you are that high, and we were almost to the top, and we were near the front, so that means that we were higher. People at the back were like only 10 feet above the ground. So I was just looking down, and there was a dirt hill, and then people below, like walking on the sidewalk. And I was looking down at them, and I was like, I hope I don't fall. Like, what if this breaks, or what if it lets go, and then I would probably get really, really hurt. And so I was thinking, what should I do? I need to get this scared feeling out of my head, because I want to go home having a good memory of a good time on the roller coaster. And so maybe 5-10 minutes later, you hear on the loudspeaker, and it says, there is a technical difficulty. We are sorry, but we may be delayed for a couple minutes. So I was like, yeah, there it goes again. The same thing that they said when we were in line. I was thinking, what should I do to get this scared feeling out of my head? So I thought, why don't I pray? And so I prayed. And it wasn't even anything crazy or anything complicated. I just said, Dear Jesus, please help me to make it out okay and for me to be safe. And the minute I said amen, all of the fear, all of the scared feelings inside of my head, they just went away. And I was thinking there, wow, I think that because God was able to create this entire universe with so many galaxies, so many planets, so many stars, that he can do that one little good deed of keeping me assured, even when times are hard. So maybe 3 minutes later, the ride started going again. And for those 3 minutes, I wasn't afraid because I prayed. And the ride kept going, and we had a good time. And then I was able to go home. and say, I had a good time today. And from that day on, I think that God really wanted to keep me safe and to keep me assured that I was going to be okay in that situation. So when you go home today, I want you to remember anytime that you're scared, you don't have to be afraid because God will be with you through the hard times and He will give you assurance. You can go back to your seats.
Amen.